The hour was late. There was no sound. That is, until headlights cut through the darkness and the hum of an engine broke the silence. The palace was heavily fortified, yet the gates swung open without hesitation, as if the guards already knew who was behind the wheel. The vehicle had to rumble through its winding path for a few more minutes before stopping at the main entrance. Towering and broad, Sadabad Palace radiated sheer authority. Without a word, the driver slipped out of the car and vanished into the shadows. Moments later, a blanket was pulled away from the back seat and a man emerged. Young, composed, alert, dressed in a dark turtleneck and gray slacks, with dark-rimmed glasses that lent him a boyish charm. He came from privilege, the grandson of Theodore Roosevelt, Harvard-educated, an intelligence officer in the Second World War, now head of the CIA's Near East and Asia Division. Kermit Roosevelt was known as the gentleman spy, and he had arrived in Iran for a mission. As he stepped out and closed the door behind him, a long shadow fell over him, a figure descending the steps. Roosevelt had only met him once, years earlier. But there was no mistaking the man who sat on Iran's throne. "Good evening, Mr. Roosevelt," the Shah said, extending a hand. "I cannot say I expected to see you, but this is a pleasure." Kermit Roosevelt was here on a mission: to overthrow Iran's prime minister, to restore the Shah's influence, to return control of Iranian oil to the West. In Book 3 of The Lion and the Sun, we look at how Iran's bid to nationalize its oil pulled the CIA into Iranian politics and set the stage for a covert operation that removed its democratically elected leader. A coup that became a model for American interventions for decades and reshaped Iran's relationship with the United States forever. This season, we're talking about Iran's oil, the life of Mohammad Mosaddegh, and his ultimate clash with the US and Britain. Hi, my name is Oriana, and you're listening to The Lion and the Sun, a modern history of Iran. Listen to new episodes in January 2026.